All around it's crumbly, crispy, it melts in your mouth, and so juicy on the inside. You have to try it and make it. I believe you will enjoy it. Take a look. Soft as a cloud. We start the preparation by making the crust. 200 grams of melted margarine. Let's put it in a bowl. Butter can be used, of course. It's important that it's chilled. I'm adding 150 grams of granulated sugar. And then I will add 4 egg yolks. We leave the egg whites for later. I will mix all 3 ingredients well like this with a whisk. I'll add a little vanilla sugar, it's optional. Then I'm adding 400 grams of... You can use either all-purpose or bread flour. With all-purpose flour, it will be a bit firmer, and with bread flour, the cake will be more crumbly. Be sure to add baking powder as well. We don't need the whisk anymore. And now I will first mix everything with a spatula. Maybe this all seems dry to you now, but believe me, it's not. It will all come together now. As I continue to press the dough, it will form into a ball. Rotate the bowl and just press. You can also use these kneading motions a bit. And here it is. The dough has come together nicely. I'll knead it a little more to make it even better. Then I'll divide it into 2 parts, approximately. Take some nylon or cellophane, whatever you have. Plastic wrap will work too. And wrap them like this. And now this one part goes into the refrigerator, while this other one goes into the freezer. Put the smaller one in the freezer if you think it is smaller. If they are equal, it doesn't matter. In the meantime, I'm making one of the fillings. 250 grams of ground walnuts. Of course, hazelnuts or almonds can be used. 150 grams of sugar. You can add a little vanilla sugar. It's always an option. And now I mix all of that. Since I took a small bowl, I have to go slowly. Now I'm going to pour a little rum in there. Rum can be used, but it's optional. You can use rum or vanilla extract. And I will pour in 50 milliliters of milk. And now I will mix it all again. I didn't heat the milk to make scalded walnuts. There's no need. I'll just moisten them a bit. Mix a bit longer so the milk gets everywhere. Do you see this part, how it's thick? Now we'll combine it with this dry part. Look how it has combined. It's not a problem if you add a little more milk. That would be it. I take the dough out of the refrigerator. I kept it for about 20 to 30 minutes. You can keep it longer. And then simply crumble it like this. A little bit everywhere. Try to make it all even. As much as possible. Oops. Don't sprinkle it on the table. Now when you do it like this, then just like this with your hand, press. Spread and shape the crust. Press until you even it out. Of course, so there are no gaps in between. Where it's thicker, you can tear off a little bit and then fill in where it's missing. When we level it out as much as possible, we add the walnut filling. Now we will also press it like this and spread it evenly everywhere. And this part is now done. The next thing I do is whip the 4 previously set aside egg whites with 150 grams of sugar. To the whipped egg whites, I add 50 grams of coconut. I mix all of that now. That would be it. And I pour it over this walnut layer. When you pour this layer immediately, it's spreadable like this. But if you let it sit for a bit, it will tighten up because of the coconut. You don't even need to put parchment paper in the pan. You can just grease it a bit and sprinkle with flour, then spread the crust. That's about it. Let's take this part from the freezer, which has firmed up well. Then we grate it on top. After we grate it all, like this with your hand, push it here into the corners to make it all even for us. And when we do that, we turn the oven on to preheat to 180 degrees Celsius. When the oven is preheated, we take the cake to bake. The cake is baked. The baking time is between 35 and 40 minutes, because not every oven is the same. When you see it slightly golden on top like this, we leave it to cool completely. When it cools and rests, I transfer it to a board and remove this paper. The cake looks like this, and I sprinkle it with powdered sugar. And now let me show you how crumbly they are. On the outside and juicy on the inside. Look, they crumble. And when they crumble, what does that mean? That they melt in your mouth. Beautiful.